possibly take out Awesome in the second game. Whereas, as well, it adds a whole new skill set of mind games and of adapting to your opponent. Where now, if Cape doesn't adapt, Awesome is going to be at an advantage here.
I have to agree with you, that's for sure.
Alright, and Awesome spawning at the bottom left position here as the light pink Terran. And across the map, Cape is spawning as the yellow Protoss at the top right.
So Xel'Naga Caverns with PvT. Once again, the Terran's going to probably play a little more passively. Mech is very powerful on this map. If you can get up to 3 bases, the Hellion Thor tank play is very powerful. I guess with 1.1, with Zealots being more effective against tanks when they're sieged. It changed it a little bit, but still I do favor mech play when I random and get Terran on this map.
Yeah, I find this map is just well suited to mech play because that gold expansion is in a great position. You can sort of make it your forward base when you're playing mech. You can get really set up in this area. It's nice and wide open. Your tanks can just dominate the entire middle of the map, and at the same time you can be protecting that gold expansion. So once you're on 2 bases, moving to that gold expansion is both pretty easy to do and very effective. And then from there, if your opponent goes to their gold expansion, which is really what they need to do to keep up with you in that situation, it's just a short trip over, so you don't have to push very far. You can easily get there with the slow mech army.
Absolutely. Generally, the benefit of taking a gold expansion is sometimes, well, usually outweighed by how far it is from your main base. But on this map, like you said, is just the absolute opposite, and it's so easy for a Terran player to take that gold expansion. Oh, and I didn't even mention how OP planetary fortresses are in that area and to defend. I mean, like, the one planetary fortress there, takes care of like 2 of the 4 attack paths on this map.
Yeah, it's a great place to set up your foothold and then from there move forward. Oh, awesome with that proxy barracks. The same barracks that we saw against Avoid in the Terran versus Terran on this match. Or on this
you're
map.
right. And that is, yeah, in the exact same position. And was it Awesome that put up 2? Yeah, she put up 2 proxy barracks there.
And also Awesome cut gas production in that game, so we're seeing a very similar strategy right here. Very little gas production by Awesome, just getting enough, I think just 50 gas it looks like, and then taking everything off gas. Probably just enough for the reactor. There it is. So Awesome, it seems, in this map just loves her marine mass.
And I have to say, it looks like Cape is going for, 1 gate cyber and probably a robo. It looks like it is going to be, just another gateway in the bottom hand corner here. 2 gateways. This is going to catch Cape completely off guard. His warp gate tech is only halfway done. If Awesome's push can be at a good timing, Cape's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I also really like the position of Awesome's barracks here. Usually players will pop through the reeds here, check if there's anything right behind the reeds, and then pop right back out, because proxies usually come right behind them. But Awesome, by putting the proxy just a little bit far behind, is going to probably stop them from being scouted in most situations.
You are 100% correct in that situation.
And now we're seeing probably the big push here. SCVs being taken off the line, they're going to be coming out to make some bunkers. But Cape does have stalkers, which are really effective against Marines.
Yes, they definitely are, and these SCVs might get taken out because Zealots, even if they can get in close to the Marines, they're really effective. And Zealots, of course, need stalkers against Marines to deal with them, because if they don't have a stalker, Marines can just kite them and kite them and kite them. But stalkers, of course, being faster than Marines, just start taking them out.
Yeah, Awesome does look like she may be in trouble here, though, to be honest, this is what we saw against Avoid. We saw that the first Marine push didn't do very well, but just the Marines kept coming, and eventually it won for the game.
Yeah, the Army tab shows that Cape is in a very good position right now. Marines are just, their DPS is high, but they're just so weak. We're warping in 4 more Zealots here. Cape is in a commanding position.
Yeah, Cape I believe at this point, is probably going to go all in himself. Just keep producing out of those 4 gateways, and that's going to be devastating.
Awesome floating her barracks back to her base. That's going to cut her production by 1/3, almost, well, 1/2, I guess, because of the reactor. But 4 bunkers going up, that might be a little overkill right now. I guess she has the minerals, so why not? And hopefully that as soon as this bunker's killed, she rallies the Marines right to the next one. That's pretty much the only way she's going to be able to stay alive. But a bad rally point. Looks like these Marines are going down to the bottom. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. No, they're coming back, so it's okay.
The Marine's just a little confused as to which way the bunker was.
But
Cape, very nice, expanding. That is exactly what he needs to do right here.
There is 1 Marine and 1 SCV up here still by the reeds or by the brush area. I don't know if that's going to become a bunkered up Marine or not, but it is going to see that expansion. Well, if he moves the unit, if he just lets him die, he won't, or she won't, I should say. But Awesome putting up a command center for herself, so not a bad decision there. She's very behind on the army, but these bunkers should tide her over until she can get her economy going once again.
Putting down 2 command centers.
That's ballsy.
Double expansion, yeah, but I mean, in the situation that Awesome is in right now, I think she has to do something ballsy. Or else she's just going to get farther and farther behind.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this plays out. The SCV did get into the base, so she's going to know what Cape is doing. She's going to see all just the 4 warp gates, no other technology. Cape now just delaying that Twilight Council long enough for that SCV to get killed. And we're probably going to see Charge, because Charge is very effective against Terran, especially when dealing with Marines or Marauders or tanks. But I'm sure that's what we'll be seeing right away.
Yeah, Zealots as well just fit very nicely into any Protoss strategy, especially against Terran in the late game. Generally, you need to be using up all of your gas on, you know, your Colossi and your High Templar and all that. So those charged Zealots fill out your army very nicely.
Ooh, also important to note, Cape here was not chrono boosting. He had 100 energy on his main nexus for quite a long time. Could have been utilizing that much better.
Yeah, Awesome here, just making really everything, getting all the Marine upgrades, or getting all the bio upgrades, getting those 2 expansions, getting a Ghost Academy.
Something I would like to see here from Cape right now, because he's not produced a robotics facility and he has not indicated he's going to be going for a Stargate technology, seems to be favoring gateway tech for the most of the mid-game. I would like to see him research hallucination and create a couple Phoenix and get some scouting info off. He has no idea what Awesome is doing right now. He needs to know. And having that extra command center right now is going to increase her mineral production so much because of the mules or the scans or anything really. I would really like to see hallucination being researched, but I don't see it.
Yeah, as well, this strategy that Cape's going is leaving him very susceptible to Banshees. And so it's knowing whether or not Awesome plans to get Banshees at some point is really just very important to Cape's game right now.
And yeah, actually, Cape's natural expansion, he's got 5 probes on one of his gas geysers. That's hurting him a little bit on the economy side. Awesome pushing forward with her Marines. She does have stim. She does have combat shield, so the Marines are going to be as effective as possible. And Awesome here floating this orbital command up to the 9 o'clock base. So if she can keep that hidden and keep it up and running, it's going to be, I'd say, pretty good position for her.
Yeah, Cape does have High Templars now. Don't believe he's researched. Okay, never mind. Storm is researching. I'm on the wrong tab, so I don't see the production for it.
Yeah, Cape has not seen the Ghost Academy, so he's not going to be using feedback for the majority. He's probably going to be focusing more on Storm.